In today's video, we're going to be replicating some guitar tones. We're going to be going over Transylvanian Hunger and Thorns' Grimmock guitar and bass tones. And there's good news because I've partnered with my local music store, Stompbox. Now, if you're based in the West London or Hertfordshire area, somewhere close in that region, that's where they're based. And I'm also now an affiliate with them, which is really, really cool. So I spoke to Richard, the owner, and I asked him, can I borrow some distortion pedals? Because frankly, I just wanted to try some. So I have a whole box full of pedals, and this is the first pedal we're going to talk about. This is the Fender Hammertone Metal Distortion pedal. I was messing around with this pedal and I was thinking, hang on, this reminds me of something. And what I've been able to find with this pedal specifically is that it gets you very close to the Transylvanian Hunger guitar tone. So I've got everything connected, I've got the pedal connected, and I'm running into my JVM. The mic that I'm using is an SM57, which isn't really the right mic because it just makes it a bit too bright in the high end. I've done what I can to try and get rid of it. And of course, no tone replica will ever be the exact same as it is on the album, but this is the best that I can do. EQ wise, on the JVM, I'm going into the cleanest channel possible. The bass is rolled down, the middles is where it is, treble's a little bit up, touch of reverb, and you can kind of get there. It might work better on a smaller amp that's a bit more like thinner sounding instead of like a 4x12, so it's something for you to try out. Maybe you can get it closer. But yeah, with this kind of tone, it's not very precise or very tight like. It's a kind of mix between like the early nasty kind of grimy 70s Black Sabbath style distortion and possibly like a little bit of thrash kind of thing, like the early thrash stuff. This tone is kind of good for that mid-paced, kind of foresty type of black metal. If you're looking for old school black metal tones, this Fender pedal will be very good for that. But now let's go a few years before Transylvanian Hunger to Grimmock. So let's talk about the Grimmock bass tone first. So there's a video that Snorre made about Thorns and the pedals he used, and one of those is, and the reason why Grimmock sounds unique and the difference between the Thorn stuff and some of the Dark Throne recordings is that with Thorns, they didn't use an amp. They just went straight into a tape deck. Now, the modern equivalent of that is our normal interface. So what I'm going to do is plug straight into my Focusrite interface, and then I'll show you the bass tone that you get. All right, the Grimmock tone. So I've got my bass, I've got my Rat pedal plugged in, and it's literally just a Rat pedal straight into an interface, and then Yeah, it's one of my favorite bass tones ever. Yeah, it's just proper gnarly and dirty sounding. And it's so heavy as well. Yeah, it's just a really cool bass sound and really simple to try and replicate that at home. And now the Grimmock guitar tone. So, first piece of the puzzle is this, a Boss Turbo Distortion. And this will get you by itself about 80% of the way there. But to really get closer to that Grimmock sound, you need to boost it with a tube screamer or styler pedal. This is a Maxon ST9 Pro Plus, one of my favorites. Now, I'm going to be using this one because Snorri uses a super tube, like an Ibanez super tube. I don't have one of those, so I'm going to be using this instead. But really the main tone is going to be coming from here. And just like the bass tone, I'm going to be plugging into the interface. So the signal chain is going to be guitar, lead, boost pedal, lead, turbo distortion, straight into the interface. And now let's check out this guitar tone. Yeah, super cool to the guitar sound. Yeah, I love it. I love this sound. It's so gnarly and grim. Let's riff around a bit more. That's a short video on how to get very close to the Transylvanian Hunger tone and the guitar tones on Grimmock. And of course, if you'd like any of the pedals mentioned, so, you know, the Rat pedal, turbo distortion, and even the Fender Metal pedal, all of these are available in the link below. There's my affiliate link there and links to all the pedals, should you wish to try them out yourself. And with all the guitar stores closing in the UK and have been closing within the past 10 years or so. Guitar shops are getting very, very scarce. So I'm really, really happy and proud to be working with not only a shop that I think is great, but also one that seems to be doing the best it can to help the community of musicians.